Ladies and gentlemen, this is the value of wrestling, where we vow to put the value back into wrestling. I am Big Tyme, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time. Oh yes, we did one, now we're going to do two. It's time for another episode of the one, the only. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Big Tyme Rants. Yes, it's another episode. Last time, I went over the bloodline and the fallout of the bloodline and what was going on with the bloodline. And we had a great show. This week will be no exception. But this week, this episode, it's all about the devils in the details. We're here, yes, ladies and gentlemen. We're here once again with another episode of Big Tyme Rants. On the Big Time, of course, you know that. Throwing this out here and hopefully getting this done. We're going to be due for a weekly roundup shortly on the Value of Wrestling YouTube channel. But I'm here with a quick rant over the devil is in the details. Yes, the devil's in the details, and that's what we're going to talk about today. But first, let's go over some stuff. This is the Value of Wrestling. This is our YouTube channel. I'm the Big Time. Usually, you know my tag team partner, Paul Escar, but he's not here right now because we'll catch up with him on the weekly roundup. We also have another tag team partner, Miguel, over on Spotify, where he's covering everything and talking about everything New Japan Pro Wrestling. So, if you're a big fan of see, I get tongue-tied. Too many letters in a row. But if you're a big fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling, definitely go over to Spotify, catch the Value of Wrestling over there with Miguel, talking everything New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Now, if you're not a big fan of New Japan Pro Wrestling, you know a little bit about New Japan Wrestling, you're kind of a lukewarm, mediocre fan into all that, definitely jump over there. Learn something new. Maybe it'll get you more interested in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Not only that, if you're a brand new fan like me that doesn't know a whole lot about New Japan Pro Wrestling, just getting introduced to it and want to know about New Japan Pro Wrestling, well, go over to Spotify, to the Value of Wrestling podcast over there on Spotify with our partner, Miguel, where he's going to get you caught up on everything going on in New Japan Pro Wrestling. Yes, we are here. Anyways, while we're here, let's go ahead and hit that like button. Yes, you're going to give me a thumbs up, like it. Yep, that's what you're going to do. I thank you for that. And then go ahead and reach over there and hit subscribe. Got to grow this channel, and we need your help. Every one of you need to share this with somebody else that you know is passionate about wrestling. Whether it's a friend, a family member, whatever it is, let's get this channel out there. Let's get it out there into the YouTube algorithm, out to the YouTube world, and helping that would be you subscribing. Finally, now that you've hit that subscribe button, go ahead and hit that bell for notifications because you want to be updated whenever we shoot new programs, whenever we put new content up. We're growing. We're going to put out new content. We got the weekly roundup. We got the Big Time Rants. Other stuff is coming. There may be flash news reports. There may be quick discussions. There may be other stuff coming up. Who knows? We are thinking and plotting and coming up with new information, new things to put out there, and we want you to know about it first. So make sure you hit that bell for notifications, and I want to welcome you to Big Time Rants. Yes, this is Big Time Rants, and today's episode is going to be about the devils in the details. Oh, yeah. Doing my best Macho Man impression right there. The devil's in details. And what am I talking about? Well, who's the devil? Oh, yeah. He's the devil, all right. We were talking about none other than the devil himself, Maxwell Jacob Friedman, better known as MJF. Also known as the AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, MJF is the devil. He tells you he's the devil. He's continued to tell you he's the devil. He calls all his little buddies the devil followers, or I forget the exact name of what he calls them. But MJF has continued to tell you he's the devil. Now, we've seen the video footage where CM Punk said the devil's greatest trick was to make you believe that he was never there. But I think there's more to it. I think the biggest trick is the devil making you think that he's your friend. The devil making you think that he likes you. The devil playing the role of a good guy. See, we can talk in many different forms of a devil. We can look at the fine aspects of a devil. We can talk about the biblical sense of the devil, who, of course, fell from heaven in a biblical sense because he thought he was as high as God. He was narcissistic, and he was very powerful, and he thought he could ascend to the level of God, and that was what caused his fall. So we know the devil can be narcissistic. We know the devil can be cunning. We know the devil is very manipulative. No doubt about that. So what do I mean when the devil's in the detail? See, if we look at here at the Wikipedia definition, or what does the Wikipedia define the devil? The devil is the personification of evil, as it's conceived in various cultures and religious traditions. It's seen as the object of a hostile and destructive force. So we know that. What do we say is the defining? Well, we don't want to do that. We're going to get definition. What is the definition of the devil? The devil, in Christian and Jewish belief, the chief evil spirit, Satan, a person with specified characters as lucky as a devil. So we know the devil has many definitions. The devil has many characteristics. And we know the devil, one fact, is very narcissistic. We know he's very manipulative. We know he's very good at the game, and we know when the devil wants something, he'll do whatever it takes to get there. So, when I say the devil's in the details, I'm talking about Maxwell Jacob Friedman and being the devil. Right now, he's best friends with Adam Cole. They're having a great run, making a great storyline, good long-term booking in this whole back and forth. And so what's going to happen? Now, a lot of rumors are coming out, a lot of speculation that recent events have shown that Adam Cole is doing things that were from a previous time of Adam Cole's career, where he betrayed someone. Adam Cole has done little gestures before, and people are connecting the dots and going, wait, could Adam Cole betray MJF? Is Adam Cole going to become the bad guy? Is MJF going to become a babyface? Is that what we're seeing? Are we going to see a double switch? Well, ladies and gentlemen, I don't think that does any good for either guy. Yes, Adam Cole is great at a heel and could be really good as a heel, but I don't think he needs to be a heel right now in his position. And MJF is a babyface. It's fun. It's great. It has its course. But it's not where MJF is the best. MJF is the super heel. As the ultimate heel, as the big bad boss, is where MJF is really great at. And right now, I think he's got you all convinced. And I think the whole world has been convinced that MJF isn't, that bad. And yeah, we love him because he's great. Everything he does, his promo, his wrestling work, everything he does, he brings the best A game and is absolutely the best for what he does. And there's no doubt about that. But I'm going to tell you, a double turn just doesn't make sense. A double turn just doesn't work out. There is no purpose in a double turn to turn MJF face and Adam Cole heel. Now, could it happen? Yes. This is AEW. This is a Tony Khan ran business. And I'm just some guy on YouTube that likes to add his 2 cents for a thought. So, yeah, Tony Khan and all of them could double switch, and we could see a babyface MJF. But I don't think that's what you really, really want. I think MJF is the heel and as the devil, and continue to play that storyline is the great thing. Because the great thing about the devil is the devil will pretend you're your best friend and use you until he's done with you. He'll bring you into his web of deception and wrap you all up and then spit you out when he's done. And I think that's what MJF is doing here. We've seen little things, little moments in time where MJF and Adam Cole have kind of butted heads. We've seen things Adam Cole could do that could be kind of heelish. But we've also seen where MJF continues to have those back steps where we're going to see old MJF, but then he stops himself. And he's good at it. So is the devil. See, that's the key. I think MJF is still singing the praises of being the devil, and I think that's what you're going to get. So, what could happen? Well, we know right now that MJF and Adam Cole are going to face Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championship at the 0 hour on the pre-show leading up to All In. Now, we saw last week on Dynamite, and we're going to review a little more detail about that, so I won't get depth in here. We saw the fallout of Roddy Strong and Adam Cole when Roddy Strong came out and acted like the broken-hearted ex-girlfriend getting left, getting abandoned, and doesn't understand it. And we see that MJF and Adam Cole are now going to step up to take on the Aussie Open for the Ring of Honor Tag Team titles. Now, a lot of predictions is the friction's going to start there, that something's going to happen in this tag team match which is going to set us in the course for the main event at All In at Wembley Stadium, which is supposedly a sold-out show. I don't have all the statistics and information right in front of me at this moment, but that is the speculation that this is definitely a sold-out show. And good job on Tony Khan for doing that and AEW, and hopefully they really load up this card. The only bad part is they got All Out 1 week later, so it's going to get really interesting. That really plays into the world title picture. What is going to happen, and how does this scenario go? Do we see Adam Cole and MJF butt heads screw up each other and not win the Ring of Honor tag team titles and then go into the main event and have their big brawl out? Do we see the snapping of MJF? Does he finally let it all get to him? Does the devil explode and take out Adam Cole? Or could we see MJF and Adam Cole win the Ring of Honor tag team titles and then go into the main event without the friction? And then in the main event, we see a back and forth match where MJF keeps getting frustrated. MJF keeps slipping back into old ways, old dirty ways. But before he can do it, Adam Cole catches him and goes, "Hey, wait a minute. That's not what we're about, right? I thought this was a friendly thing." So there's another scenario there. What if MJF gets frustrated and he stops using weapons to still be friends with Adam Cole, and it costs him, and Adam Cole wins the title? Of course, there's one other step in all this we got to discuss. We don't know what happened in this contract. We know that Adam Cole was presented with a contract by MJF. MJF had this contract written up. And if we know MJF like we think we do, we usually have to assume that there's something within this contract that Adam Cole didn't pay attention to, doesn't know about, or something in the whole thing that may throw it out. But again, whoever wins, can they go into All Out? I mean, I don't think you can have another Adam Cole MJF match right back to back within a week. Yeah, you could, but I don't know if that really celebrates or helps the other. Except in one scenario, well, not even in this scenario, but the one scenario I see that could be very, very possible, could be very, very telling, is what if MJF and Adam Cole go into the main event as the tag team champions? They are the new Ring of Honor tag team champions. Adam Cole and MJF go back and forth, back and forth. MJF's frustration gets the better of him. He tries to cheat. He tries to do nefarious things. Adam Cole keeps catching him, stopping him. And in all that, when MJF's about to crack and really go, he slips up, and in a moment, Adam Cole gets whatever, Panama Sunrise. Maybe it's a roll-up. Maybe it's just a quick 1, 2, 3. Adam Cole is your new AEW World Heavyweight Champion. Could be very interesting. Then Adam Cole could go into All Out and face whoever you would want to put him up against. You could bring out any big name and kind of throw him in there. And so MJF, of course, reluctantly, as the devil, knows he's been defeated. He's upset and he's fuming. But the real devil would never show you that, right? It's kind of like playing a hand of poker. You're going to show one face, but you're never going to show your hand. And I think that's what MJF's going to do here. So Adam Cole wins. MJF's now still buddy-buddy, keeping Adam Cole close, because MJF wants to make sure he's the one to take that title back off of Adam Cole and get it back in his possession. So we go all out. All out, we can't get it. It wouldn't really be the greatest idea to have them run that match that quickly. So Adam Cole defends against somebody else. MJF does something nefarious to make sure Adam Cole wins, right? Adam Cole wins. He doesn't really know that what MJF does, but he finds out later. And you start that friction where MJF is like doing things that Adam Cole doesn't want him to do, and they're kind of like, Adam Cole's telling him, "No, can you please don't do that?" And then you have Adam Cole. Of course, I'm not a big fan of having the AEW title. Well, hot potatoes for one. I don't really want to see it go back and forth. I'm tired of multi-time AEW World Champions, especially since AEW is only 4 years old. 4 years old. It's still in its infancy. So that could be, you get a good world champion. I like to see MJF have a long run with the title, but I can kind of see if you drop the MJF to Adam Cole runs with the title. He's defending the title on the weekly shows, which I don't always get into, but for the purposes of the storyline, you do that. What's that mean? MJF is constantly making sure Adam Cole wins. By whatever means, MJF is going to make sure Adam Cole wins. And then he's going to play it off like it's an accident. I didn't mean to. Still try to keep that friendship. Still make sure that Adam Cole doesn't really know what the devil's up to until maybe right before we get to Fyter Fest. That would be the next big event, I believe it is. And then you have Adam Cole, and of course you could have Adam Cole and MJF lose the titles to Matt Taven and Mike Bennett, or Roddy, or whatever combination that you continue that storyline feuding there, because MJF screwed up. Or even Adam Cole could be the catalyst for the screw up and set MJF off the deep end, and eventually the devil snaps and attacks Adam Cole, which sends him into Fyter Fest or another AEW World Title match where you can actually have MJF win his title back from Adam Cole and continue the reign of the devil. I definitely think the title is going to be better for the meantime. Eventually back with MJF. Can we write the storyline and be great on Adam Cole? We get a great pop. Adam Cole gets to have that short run. It would be very good, but I think MJF is the long-term prediction. I think we're going to also have to think about where does MJF and CM Punk fall in all this. Because CM Punk coming out as the real world champion, yes, we have a soft brand split. Basically, it's CM Punk on Collision and everybody else wherever they want to be. But MJF, or CM Punk, has now called himself the real world champion. I can't see MJF as the devil or as his character, period, being satisfied with anybody else calling themselves the real world champion. And CM Punk is also in that egotistical realm where I don't know if he wants anybody else being the AEW champion, which is why he will continue to call himself the real world champion. So there's a point in time that I think we definitely would build to a CM Punk MJF rematch. How we get there, I don't know. Will we get there? Maybe, maybe not. Now there's a lot of speculation that people want to see other things like CM Punk and FTR versus the Elite. Will we see that? If they want to tell that story, they can tell that story. Will we get there? I don't know. It's hard to say. There's a lot of things still going on. A lot of things are just trying to wipe that whole story off the map and just leave it in the background. So Adam Cole could win the title in the short term. That would make a great storyline for MJF to get the back and be the devil and get all that heel heat back. And then he could go on to face the CM Punk or somebody else. And of course, you could have MJF and Adam Cole turn on one another at 0 Hour. They didn't win the Ring of Honor tag titles. Of course, you could also have Mike Bennett and Taven and Roddy Strong interfere and cost that match. There's a lot of things that could go into that. So the storyline's hard to say, but I do not think we're going to see a double switch. It just doesn't make sense. Adam Cole's doing really good. He's a good babyface at the moment, and I think you need a strong babyface in AEW because there's not a lot of babyfaces if you look around that are there right now. Yes, you got Moxley. Do we want to see Moxley as world champion again? Nah. Can we see him going against MJF and losing? You could see that. It could work. It'd be a great story, but I don't know if that's where they need to. Adam Cole being a great babyface is what you need. MJF needs to be the heel. If you take Adam Cole heel and MJF babyface, who do you really line up for either of them going forward? Yes, Adam Cole opens to a different world of people, but MJF is a babyface. Now you're kind of limiting yourself in certain areas, so it's hard to say. But I don't. Could it happen? Yes, always. All that stuff could happen. Anything could happen. It's professional wrestling. Anything can happen, and we never say never in the world of professional wrestling, as we've been proven time and time again. You start to say never, and then it happens. So all we can do is sit back and watch and figure out, kind of see where it's all going to come together. I think we're going to see Adam Cole and MJF continue the feud a little longer. They've definitely added in the Kingdom with Roddy Strong, so they're kind of telling us that the storyline's not just. I mean, they're at least going to get us through the next 2 weeks. I think we're looking at, because we're looking at it's the 12th in 15 days, so 2 weeks and a day. So 2 weeks from tomorrow, we will have live on pay-per-view from Wembley Stadium. It's all in, and for some of us, it's going to be early in the morning, and that's okay. But my synopsis, my takes is the devil's in the details. Yes, it really is. The devil's in the details. I think you know who the devil is, and I think the devil's still going to be the devil at the end of the day. I don't think you're going to see a double switch to get MJF face and Adam Cole heel. I don't think it's in the cards. I definitely think the grains of salt, I think there's something that's been laid there to make that scenario a possibility, but I don't see it as it's going to happen. As far as we know, anything can happen. But now I lost my train of thought, but that's okay. Anywho, Adam Cole versus MJF, we got that coming up at All In. It's going to be a really good match. How it plays out, I don't necessarily know, but I really do see a great storyline where you could have Adam Cole beat MJF and carry the title. MJF and him are the Ring of Honor Tag Champions. They carry the storyline on to Fyter Fest, where eventually MJF snaps, shows his true color as the devil, and wins back the title at Fyter Fest and goes from there. There's a lot of options, a lot of opportunities there, but I do not see a double switch. The devil is in the details, and MJF is the devil, and he continues to tell you this is the devil, and that's even more so. The devil not just pretending he's not there, but the devil pretending he's his friend and being put on parade is an even more dangerous devil, because he's got you all manipulated thinking that, oh, look at him, he's our buddy, he's our pal, we're all yay, yay, yay. And MJF is great as a heel. I think there's a lot of times when there's characters that are heel that the fans like that get over as heels. But then what happens is they try to make them baby faces, and it doesn't go as well because it wasn't meant to be that way. We've seen the Roman Reigns scenario where he was, trying to be pushed as a baby face. The fans turned on him until he went heel, and now he's over. LA Knight, definitely a great heel. He's getting over. Now they're trying to make him baby face. It seems like they're doing it maybe the right way, so it's a slow burn into that direction, that it's not just all at once. We've seen the Stone Cold era. We've seen these guys go back and forth and do it right. So right now, I think MJF is a great heel. He's the biggest heel in AEW, and that's where he's going to stay. He's the devil. He's telling you he's the devil. Each and every time he comes out there, he calls himself the devil. So I think he's telling you, but he's befriending you at the same time to tell you to come step into his web. And, the great deceiver. It's another name for the devil, and he's doing his job, and I think he's got a lot of people thinking that, oh, this is going to happen, but at the end of the day, the devil's in the details, and that's the truth for the fact of the matter. So we're going to find out. Things are going to build up. We got 14 days, a day, or 2 weeks from tomorrow for All In, where a lot of things are going to come together. We're going to understand a lot of the way things are going to fall out, so that'll be interesting. In the meantime, we're going to keep building. Of course, there's still this a scenario of we don't know what was in this contract that Adam Cole signed. Could there be something hidden in this contract that MJF drew up? MJF is the devil. We've seen MJF work in the past where he has manipulated things. We've known that he's put other opponents in the way before somebody could get to him. You had to earn your way there. So we know that. There's speculation that maybe MJF's working with the Kingdom. Could that be true? Who knows? We'll just have to wait and see. But I'm telling you, I don't see a double turn. I think the devil's doing its job. The devil's playing the great manipulator, and I think the devil is getting away with it. But anyways, I need to get going. I got to get in here and watch Collision, get caught up on that, so I can get ready for a weekly roundup episode where we're going to cover everything that's going on in wrestling this week. There's some news, some rumors, so definitely be ready. That'll pop up here on the YouTube channel. As soon as we get it up and ready, we got to shoot it, we got to edit it, and we're going to throw it out there. We do hope you come and watch that. I'm glad that you came here, stopped by, and hung out with me. Now, you can have your opinions. Go ahead and drop your comments down in the comments below. Remember, let's be nice. This is an open forum discussion. We're all here to be friends. We're all here to get along. We're all here to talk about the business we love. There's not a one way or a right way. It's just what we feel. And we welcome your opinions. We welcome your feedback. We're just people here that love this business, are passionate about this business, and just want to give our opinions and thoughts. We just want to break down what's going on and have a discussion about professional wrestling because we love this business, and we want you to join in. So definitely fill up the comments. You can put your 2 cents in there. Let's remember to be nice. There's no reason to attack anybody. You can definitely disagree with what I've said tonight. You could say that Adam Cole is definitely going heel, and you have the card notes, or you have the key information that I'm missing, and that's perfectly fine. That's what life's about. We like to have a little bit of debate because that's how we learn and grow. But anyways, I'm the Big Time. This, of course, is Big Tyme Rants right here on the Value of Wrestling YouTube channel, where we vow to put the value back into wrestling. Anyways, let's get over here to this. Oh yeah. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this has been Value Wrestling. This has been Big Tyme Rants. This has been the Devils in the Details episode. I thank you for joining us, and I am going to get out of here and get on to the next project. Once again, I thank you for joining us on the Value Wrestling YouTube page. Remember, like, subscribe, comment, hit that bell for notifications, and we'll see you next time.